This free step-by-step video comes to you directly from Haynes, creators of the world's best repair manuals. Fix your car or truck the right way with our accurate and reliable information at your side. You can complete more than 200 jobs on this vehicle when you purchase the complete online manual at Haynes.com.
Fluid level checks. Open the door and pull the hood release lever located on the driver's side kick panel. Slide the hood safety latch to the left, then raise the hood upwards. Brake fluid level. The brake master cylinder fluid reservoir is located on the driver's side of the engine compartment firewall. The fluid level should be maintained between the max and min lines marked on the side of the reservoir. If the fluid level is low, wipe the top of the reservoir and cap with a clean rag to prevent contamination of the system when the cap is unscrewed. Unscrew the cap from the brake fluid reservoir. While the reservoir cap is off, check the fluid in the reservoir for contamination. If rust deposits, dirt particles, or water droplets are present, the system should be properly drained and refilled. Top up the reservoir with the specified type of new brake fluid until the fluid reaches the max line. After filling the reservoir to the proper level, install the cap and make sure the cap is fully seated to prevent fluid leakage or contamination. Engine oil level. Pull the dipstick out of the tube and wipe all of the oil away from the end with a clean rag or paper towel. Be sure not to confuse the oil dipstick with the transmission fluid dipstick. Insert the clean dipstick all the way back into the tube and pull it out again. Note the oil at the end of the dipstick. The level should be between the add and operating range marks on the dipstick. To add oil, unscrew the oil filler cap and pour in the correct type of oil. Use a funnel to prevent oil spills. After adding oil, wait a few minutes to allow the level to stabilize, then pull out the dipstick and check the level again. Add more oil if required until it reaches the operating range mark. Do not overfill the engine. Insert the dipstick and install the filler cap, tightening it by hand only. Coolant level. Primary expansion tank level. The coolant level will vary with the temperature of the engine. When the engine is cold, the coolant level should be at or slightly above the cold fill mark on the tank. Once the engine has warmed up, the coolant level will rise. If the level falls below the cold fill line, remove the cap from the primary coolant reservoir and add the correct type and mixture of coolant to bring the level up to the cold fill line. If only a small amount of coolant is required to bring the system up to the proper level, water can be used. However, repeated additions of water will dilute the antifreeze and water solution. Install the primary expansion tank cap securely. Secondary expansion tank level. The secondary tank level will also vary with the temperature of the engine, but should be kept near the max line. If the level is low, allow the engine to cool completely, then remove the cap from the secondary reservoir and add the correct type and mixture of coolant to bring the level up to the max mark. Install the secondary expansion tank cap securely. Drive the vehicle, then recheck the coolant level. Automatic transmission fluid level. Immediately after driving the vehicle, park it on a level surface, set the parking brake, and let the engine idle. While the engine is idling, depress the brake pedal and move the selector lever through all the gear ranges, pausing for a couple seconds in between, beginning and ending in park. With the engine still idling, locate the automatic transmission fluid dipstick. It should be at the rear of the engine compartment on the driver's side. Be careful not to get the automatic transmission fluid dipstick confused with the engine oil dipstick. Pull the dipstick away from the tube, wipe it off with a clean rag, then push it all the way back into the tube until the cap seats. Pull the dipstick out again and note the fluid level. The level should be kept in the hot range in the cross-hatched area, with the transmission at normal operating temperature. There is no need to add fluid if the level is anywhere in the hot cross-hatched area. If additional fluid is required, pour the correct type of fluid directly into the tube using a funnel. It takes about 1 pint to raise the level from the lower mark to the upper mark, so add the fluid a little at a time and keep checking the level until it's correct. Also, be sure to shift the selector lever through the gear ranges between additions before checking the level with the dipstick. Do not overfill the transmission. Insert the dipstick fully into the tube. Turn off the engine. Power steering fluid level. The power steering pump fluid reservoir is located on the pump body at the front of the engine, left-hand side. To check the power steering fluid level, simply look at the max and min marks on the side of the translucent reservoir. The level should be between the marks. Use a clean rag to wipe off the reservoir cap and the area around the cap. This will help prevent any foreign matter from entering the reservoir during the check. If additional fluid is required, twist off the cap and pour the correct type directly into the reservoir, using a funnel to prevent spills. With the fluid at the correct level, install the cap securely. Windshield washer fluid level. Fluid for the windshield washer system is stored in a plastic reservoir located at the right side of the engine compartment, behind the battery. Simply flip open the cap and fill the windshield washer reservoir as necessary. Push the cap securely onto the opening when finished. Transfer case lubricant level. 4-wheel drive models. The lubricant level is checked by removing a plug from the side of the case. With the engine and transfer case cold, remove the plug. If lubricant immediately starts leaking out, thread the plug back into the case. The level is correct. If it doesn't, completely remove the plug and reach inside the hole with your finger. The level should be even with the bottom of the plug hole. If more lubricant is needed, use a syringe or small pump to add it through the opening. Do not overfill the transfer case. Thread the plug back into the case and tighten it securely. Rear differential lubricant level. The lubricant level is checked by removing a plug from the side of the rear differential. With the engine and rear differential cold, remove the plug. If lubricant immediately starts leaking out, thread the plug back into the differential housing. The level is correct. If it doesn't, completely remove the plug and reach inside the hole with your finger. The level should be even with the bottom of the plug hole. If more lubricant is needed, use a syringe or small pump to add it through the opening. Do not overfill the rear differential. Thread the plug back into the differential housing and tighten it securely.